Oh, rock and roll, amigo.
Oh,
Right.
give me one of them cans.
Oh, sure.
Give me the cans.
There you go.
We're celebrating
Said
in
can, not a
style
4-pack.
today. Guinness Stout.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
We have a Patrick on our side here. Happy day to you.
Yeah,
sir.
thank you. I feel like more people should be saying it to me. We're splitting these, right?
You do whatever you want. I might do one of my own.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do one of my own too.
Okay, we're gonna do one on our own, guys. Everyone, if things get crazy on this podcast, because each of us are doing our own Guinnesses. Oh, you sound like pussies if we're sharing.
Yeah, we don't share beers. We share entire bottles of wine and liquor.
Was this not? This was a copy. This is a copy of a podcast we listened to. That we always copy.
Which one?
Well, essentially, what's that one called? GFOP.
Oh, the Men in Blazers?
The Men
Yeah,
in
well, they're
Blazers.
sponsored by Guinness. We're not sponsored by Guinness.
Not yet.
Yeah. Fit the whole thing in?
Almost.
Welcome to the Portugal Corner, the podcast where we talk about all things Portuguese soccer, the good, the bad, and the funny. Is episode 177. I am Evan.
Patrick. Justin.
Grease.
Hey,
Oh, I should have said St. Patrick.
St. Patrick in the house.
Cheers.
Wow.
That'd be a Catholic crime. And for good Portuguese boys like us, we don't do shit like that. Okay, you can't just beatify yourself. You can't just call yourself a saint. Okay, the Pope has to do that.
I did. I hung out with the Pope the other day. He was at the bar.
What?
Yeah,
You guys in the hospital. What are
You
you
mean
talking about?
you mean Benfica Pope?
No, he was at Wasted Youth. I was chilling with him.
You have a crazy hat on?
It was $5 PBRs, and the Pope was there. He wanted one.
Getting lit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
yeah, that's a good deal. It doesn't matter if you're the Pope or not.
Yeah.
What else was he up to on Dundas?
Oh, we had a crazy night. Yeah. We played ping pong at the park. Do you think you can
the
use
park?
these Guinness balls as a ping pong ball?
Yeah.
Have you
could.
done it?
Not me personally. The widget is a widget.
Oh.
That won Best Invention in 2014.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Impressive.
And what does it keep? It keeps all the beer close to the ball. It centers the beer, right?
Yeah. It's something with the way it aerates it. I don't know.
It aerates it. There you go,
So
Patrick.
when you
It's an
open
aerating
it,
ball.
do you crack the ball?
I don't know. You have to Google
Come
it.
on, you don't know anything.
no, the ball's in there.
I know, but it's like when you open the tab, does that explode the crack, releasing the gas?
No, because the ball can still jump around when the thing is closed. I don't know how it works.
Clearly,
None
that
of
was
us
great
do.
to say. Thank you. For
I
saying
just
that.
know that it won Best Invention.
Okay.
What do you guys think about splitting the G?
I like it.
You like it?
Great invention. Gets you to drink like a third of your beer right away.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah.
Gets it going.
I can't chug it all, so to me, it's like, wow, okay, you're excluding me. I'm not allowed to do this thing that everyone's
is
doing, trying to
but
have fun.
This is the most chuggable beer that's ever been invented.
I agree. I was
You
want
want to see me puke in your new house, in your pretty new house?
No,
You
I'm
wanna
not
see
saying
that?
you have to chug it. I could finish this in like 2 gulps.
I actually like this. It's
I
nice.
absolutely love Guinness.
Yeah.
Okay, well, am I close to splitting the G? I've already taken like at least
You
3
haven't-
or 4 sips.
You haven't made any progress.
No,
There's no G on this glass, but if there was, you would not have split it.
no. All right, let's.
All right, to the footy. Did you guys see the Madrid penalty conundrum?
Oh, with the levy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The double tap?
Yeah.
Oh,
Looked like a little horse shit to me.
Yeah. People got really mad about that.
I
think
would be too.
I think it's kind of silly. I mean, it clearly does touch both feet, but it's like, I think that's more what someone said. It's like, that's for like, so if you hit the post, it comes back to you. You can't kick it back in. Like, that's really what that rule of the law is. And we're taking it so literally. Like, or even like, I think Neymar, not many people probably could do this ever, but like, if you could kick it off your own foot so hard that it like flies in the corner, it's could be physically possible in the future, but
But
it's not.
that's what the rule is against.
Exactly. So I think that's what it's for, not slipping on the ball and then you're kind of like kicking it in.
Yeah, he did it. He scored. I
It's
think
still
was
hitting
fine.
it twice though.
Yeah. Well, it's like you can pass it from one foot to the other. Like
Right.
going in.
Yeah, double tap like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, he did it.
So what do you think the call should have went? You think they should let that stand, or
Yeah.
who says stand and who says
I say stand.
I say stand.
I don't know. He hit it twice.
you hit it twice? Eh? You're saying no? I say.
What, you're saying let it
I
slide?
say
Oh, no, I
That's
said,
the rule.
I said the call was right. I would let the call stand as they made it.
I meant let the goal stand.
No,
Sorry
no,
for
no.
confusing everyone.
I would like the goal to stand.
Oh, no. I think you call it. Call it off.
The way the shot looked when you looked at the behind camera, it was like it looked like it was going to a corner and the thing, but the goalie went the wrong way anyway. But I know that shouldn't be taken into account for the call. I'm gonna go with Chris.
It didn't look like he obviously wasn't trying to do that. Right?
No, he slipped.
It was a slip.
It doesn't matter what you tried to do.
Well, whatever.
No.
Or it's not like that motion threw the goalie off. You know.
Yeah, I get that. Oh, weird one. Interesting round of Champions
If
League.
that happened to my team, I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Same.
Well, yeah. What if it happened against your team?
If I'm against my team and then the ball went in, I'd be like, I don't know, the goalie didn't save it. He should have saved it. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Some big money moves midweek, which I don't. It's not even transfer season. How do they agree to these things?
I don't know, but I wasn't paying attention to any of this, so I'm learning this all for the first time now. Let's go.
Giovanni Quenda from Sporting,
Yep.
that really talented 17-year-old kid.
Yep.
Him and Dario Essugo, both going to Chelsea.
Whoa.
70 mil altogether.
Whoa.
Some big money.
50 for Quenda, 20 for Essugo.
Damn.
That's not enough. Benfica would have got 100 mil each.
Yeah,
Kanda, he looks amazing.
he does. I don't know. My take on it is like they're too young.
He's gonna go to Chelsea and not play.
Never.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever going to wear a Chelsea jersey. In
But
the
they
Premier
they
League.
stay another year after this one.
Yeah, that's key.
Loan. Still, that's early. Still, they're gonna be 18 at that point
Yeah.
or 19.
Yeah, something
I
like
think
that.
if it was moving in the summer, that'd be really tough for them. Staying another year in the Portuguese league, I think, will be really good. That'll be Kenda's at least like almost third year. João Neves had like half of 1 year and another year, and then he was in Paris. So.
Yeah, but then, okay, but from Sporting's perspective, you don't sell him now. You keep him for another year. He's 18, and then you sell him for 100 mil.
Yeah,
Or
it's
80
better,
mil.
It's better to keep and then see if he's worth more next year.
Why are you selling him off for 50 before he's got time to develop more, and he's not
don't-
even ready to leave yet?
They don't believe in it.
I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know how the
he's
business
gonna
of
be
it all
huge.
works, but oof.
I don't know. And then this Dario Essugo deal is weird. Like, this guy's off playing in Spain. If he's starting or getting minutes in Spain, is he not good enough to start at Sporting?
Yeah.
Shouldn't he be worth more?
You would think.
Yeah.
Well, he's part of the deal. Chelsea's strategy is very bizarre too. They're just like buying everybody. They're
Yep.
like, what if every player belonged to us? How could the other teams win and compete if they have no players? 'Cause we have every single player.
Yeah.
It's kind of an insane strategy.
It's
but
a method for sure.
It's definitely a method. Yeah.
Well,
If-
they're for the future for Chelsea. Maybe they even go into the youth team. I don't even know.
It's kind of
That's a
like
waste of their time.
it's kind of like back when I remember growing up at Porto and Benfica and Sporting used to put a clause in their loans of this guy can't play against us, but then they got rid of that, I think, because it's wow,
No, I think that's still around.
that's still around.
I think
Not
so.
as much as it used to be, because then you would some teams you would loan to your to
Yeah,
your preferred
it's like
teams, and then Benfica would play them and be like, they have half a team because we've loaned all our players to
Yeah.
them. So I think
Porto
that's-
would loan everyone to Beta Mar because they're next door.
yeah.
And then after they play them, and no one would play.
I think that's what Chelsea's trying to do. Loan everyone out.
Now
Then no one has them to face them.
Now you just can't celebrate if you score.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, but the difference is I don't think Chelsea's gonna loan these guys out to Premier League teams. They're gonna get loaned out to Greece and Turkey and the Championship and the Eredivisie, and I'm they're gonna get forgotten about. And
Especially
then
by us.
And then in 7-8 years, they're just gonna be back at Braga.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's on these players to make a name for themselves.
Yeah, it is.
You know? If they don't do anything, then yeah, they're going to get washed. They're going to get greasy in Turkey, and that's it. We'll never see them.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I wish them the best, and I hope they both eventually start at that team, but it's a big jump.
I think we've been watching Kenda a lot this year. I think he's a big player. He's going to be a future of Portugal. He just got called up to the
Yes.
real team.
Whoa.
I don't know. With Canada too, it's I just get flashbacks of Renato Sanchez. That's what I think of a lot.
You never know. Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Different kind of position, but I guess a little too much too soon is what you're kind of going with. I say, like, you know what? I think these players are smart. Like, get your money now as soon as possible. Even, like, take that Chelsea money now and you play at Sporting. Because guess what, guys? There's only 15 years of water left, okay, in this world. So
there's going to be no sport because it takes too much water.
Exactly. So take it. Just take it while it's available.
Take the money?
Take the money and run.
Why? So you can make sure that Alvalade doesn't flood?
No, so you make sure that you and your family are taken care of when the water wars happen.
You never watched Waterworld?
Yeah. National team happening this week. We're playing Denmark in the semis or quarters?
It's the quarters.
Quarters.
We play them
for
twice.
Yes.
Wow.
2 games. Big week. Interesting call up. Nuno Tavares makes it. Who else is other than Quenda?
The usual suspects.
I'd say Rui Silva's, now that we've got to see a lot of him on Sporting, he is just purely a shot stopper. I don't see him do much on the with the feet, but I see him getting a game over Diogo Costa.
Possible. I don't know. I don't think he's been playing well enough to start over either of those guys.
It's 2 quarterfinal games, so kind of big games. I think Diogo Costa plays both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Costa will play both, I think.
Midfield. Are we saying Vitinha, João Neves, and Bruno?
Oh, this week everyone was saying
That's
Tina
the-
and João Neves have to start.
They're both impeccable, both running the midfield at PSG. And then Bruno's been unstoppable this week.
Yeah, and then depending if you want to be more attacking or defending, you either do Bruno or you do João Palhinha.
Yeah. Oh, so it's like Bruno is the 2 Parisians are like they're the tokens. We're not.
Well, that's what everyone's saying. They've been playing so well together.
I think that's what the fans want, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Just based off Roberto Martinez, he likes to pick his stalwarts, his guys, and I think you're going to see a lot of Palhinha. You might see a little Ruben Neves. Definitely going to see Vitinha. You might see some Bernardo Silva and Bruno Fernandes. Those are my 4 that I think he's
I
going
don't
to
even
pick.
want to see. I don't even want to think about Bernardo.
I think you're going to see him.
I don't want to think about him
You
this
might
break.
see him. I think Roberto Martinez even said when he was asked about Vitinha and João Neves, he was like, well, I actually did that first. Played them together on the national team.
I started this trend, and Paris stole it from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exciting week, and even Canada. Canada's got a big game too. I think semis for Gold Cup, or no, what? Not Gold Cup.
Nations League?
The exact same thing.
Is it
The
Nations
Nations
League?
League. Yeah, against Mexico.
Oh, that is big.
Yeah, good week for international footy.
Cool.
All right, to the Portuguese League. Sporting bash Famalicão 3-1. Fresneta opens the scoring after a blistering charge from Thick Vic. Fama tied up with a penalty to round off the half, and then Gyökeres hits one in from the spot, and Jenny Kaitamo another one before the final whistle. So yeah, they're on point, man. They keep running away with it.
Fresneda he's hot right now. He's been
Coming
scoring
to life.
goals. And then what do you guys think about this Trincão play? You think he dummied that to make it go to Fresneda, or do you think he totally biffed it?
Botched.
You're a big Trincão guy, so you're like, oh, he's amazing. He did that on purpose. It
right.
really looks like he missed the ball.
No, he dummied it to Fresneda. It was
He
beautiful.
dummied it, which was the right play, but it looked like he couldn't get his feet together.
Yeah, like he mixed his feet up.
He was trying to shoot, and then he's like, "This isn't working."
I don't.
But a total missed shot would have gone somewhere calamitous. It actually went right to Fresneda.
Yeah, I don't think he was doing some like Three Stooges sorcery here. It was. I think he botched it. But what do we know?
Yeah,
Maybe that was also to trick the defenders. Like, oh, I'm really trying. And he's like fumbling.
psych.
Dummy. The ultimate dummy.
Yeah, easy one for Fresneda. It was 1-1 at one point, and Famalicão, we thought we were kind of getting into the game. Me and Patrick had kind of an interesting watch for this one. We were coming back out of the TFC game.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Neil.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
thank you, Neil, for the
shout out
hookup.
Neil.
Shout out, Neil.
Shout out, Neil.
And we'll talk about the TFC game later, but we were walking somewhere. We had nowhere to watch the Sporting game. I said, what's close? We walked up to Dundas and Dufferin, and
That's a far walk.
we're at King to Dundas.
We hoofed it.
And
And
then-
we made it fast.
And then we ended up at we were gonna go to Amigos, and then we were like, no, right here's 4 Stars Cafe,
Right
here
on the corner.
Went to 4 Stars Cafe.
For the big 4.
Legendary.
Benfica, Sporting, Porto, Toronto Maple Leafs. Right on the sign.
The most important teams in Toronto.
And what would you say, Patrick? That was pretty chaotic. That was one of the more chaotic watches I've ever
A
seen.
little chaotic. The most sketchy Portuguese bar you could go to, but I love it. I love the vibe.
There's always weird things happening there. I
yeah.
walked by one time. There was like a dance party happening in there.
Yeah, they
all
do
went-
dance
we,
party.
We did that.
That was Do
Yeah.
West Fest.
Yeah.
And then we saw that. We said, we're not going in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening in there, but we're moving on.
It looks like it's got a very close knit group of like
Yeah.
Regulars.
of regulars. So on the one big table, there's a kind of familiar count jersey who
Ooh.
wasn't really watching the game. Patrick thought that was a Benfica fan who was gifted a familiar count jersey, and then mostly it was just these men playing Sweka. And so like they were just playing
Sounds
cards
like a nice Saturday.
and like yelling.
I would love to be there
And
and
then
jump
there
in
were-
on a
They were having a
Sweka.
good time, but the game was just background for them. They didn't look up once.
Yeah.
Someone had to tell them a team scored.
Then there was a woman, she was keeping score, and her husband was playing the cards. And then they got into a shouting match because like one of them didn't bring their coat. It was great stuff. Anyways,
No, he was leaving. He's like, "What the fuck's taking you so long? What the hell?" And then the lady yelled back, "I had to get my bag. Paciencia."
yeah, classic Portuguese
Yeah.
couple.
That's wild.
It was pretty loud. They were yelling. Yeah,
So you guys saw
didn't bother us at all.
that's a regular day in a Portuguese household.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You guys saw a guy in a Fama jacket?
Yeah,
Jer-
no,
jersey.
jersey.
Damn.
We were pretty impressed by that. Yeah.
Chris saw a crazy jersey in the wild also.
Oh yeah, my work bar in Streetsville. A kid came in with a Caldas jersey,
Oh!
That's pretty rare. Yeah.
and I said, "Dude, that's crazy. You gotta listen to my podcast."
Shout out to him. He's listening right now.
Yeah, I hope so.
About Caldas as much as any Portuguese podcast has. Yeah,
Body of
just
Christ.
wild. We'll have to see them out there. Portuguese jerseys.
Yeah. For the listener, Chris is now blessing us with zoinkers, European zoinkers.
These are Dutch zoinkers.
And earlier he blessed us with Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
From down the street.
Yep. I'm just doing weird things to your guys' bodies today.
Blessings on blessings on
Crazy.
blessings.
Stomach's fucked.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sporting stay in first place. They keep rolling. I thought they were gonna tumble, but they just keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
No. I mean, I don't. Familia didn't put him much of a fight in the second half.
There was a
Sporting-
point Sporting got a red card, and I wanted Fama to push and
Ah.
score a goal, but they couldn't. They
Late in
didn't
the
have
game.
it in them. Sporting even scored on them when they had a man down. You
Ev-
can't take it.
No, I'm good. I got a buzz.
Everyone was saying Gustavo Sa is like just pure fire. Like he was the man to watch on that Fama team, which he is.
Gisa.
Where's he gonna go next year?
I could see him in a Sporting jersey. He seems like one of those guys who's fit for Sporting.
Okay, looks like a nice little boy.
They got the money with the Quenda deal.
Yeah, they got the Kenda deal in. Maybe that's why they saw Gustavo play on the weekend. They're like, we got to raise money to buy this kid.
Mm-hmm.
These guys ain't sticking around either way.
It burns.
You guys can't handle this.
It hurts.
This is the strongest zoinker I've ever had in my life.
Wait until you pee it out.
Oh,
All right, moving on. Benfica. The Eagles get flustered in Barcelona as the Catalans take the day 3-1. Rafinha twice on the board. Yamal once. Otamendi provides a glimpse of hope early on in the 13th, but he got shut down after.
Otamendi was our best player that game, I think. He
That
kind of like led the
scumbag.
team. It's not. Oh, because Porto. He was top. He really rises up for the Champions League games. He knows like he's the leader, especially when Di Maria is not there. He's the guy with all the most Champions League experience. But yeah, we just didn't have the firepower to match these guys at all. Sad to say.
Early game, I was at work. I caught some of it.
I caught.
They wore the ugly jersey, the third jersey that everyone hates.
Nah.
I own it with Otamendi on the back,
Oh, there you go.
and he scored in it.
And let me say something about that ugly jersey. Adidas should be amazed at themselves that they made a jersey so bad
Yeah.
that Benfica changed the rules of the club. They
Yeah.
said they put this out and they said, "What the fuck is this?" And the black one isn't great either because they put the stars on it. It looks
I like
mad.
the black one. You can't see the stars from far away.
It looks like space.
Yeah. I think they were thinking about doing the red and white even before this, but yeah.
I think, and then we get insulted even further by not being added to the classics. Now they released an LA Galaxy classic sweater. It's in the same sort of design as Bruno Fernandes, sorry, not Bruno Fernandes.
Man.
Ruben Amorim has been wearing on the sidelines, which he stopped recently. So, like, Galaxy put that in for them.
Fuck these MLS teams and his Adidas thing of like, oh, classic kits. And they're giving
They don't
like
have classic.
they're giving
Well, they got the 90s.
They're giving Inter Miami classic kits. This team was fucking invented 3 weeks ago.
for Messi.
Yeah, I know, but like, how are you calling something a classic kit at Inter Miami? They've been around for 20 minutes.
But apparently we're getting a 4th jersey next year. So we've yelled at Adidas enough, I guess.
I hope so.
Like,
God.
okay, fine. We'll listen to these fuckhead Portuguese guys.
Inshallah. Why everyone better go out and buy it so that they give us more. Let the sales show them the numbers. Hey, we have the most socios of any club, okay? In the entire world. If every socio bought a jersey, wow, look at us.
Oh, one more thing about the college kid that came in. I said, "Is that your team?" He goes, "No." He's like, "This is like where my hometown is." It's like, "Oh, like what's your team?" They goes, "Benfica."
Oh, awesome.
Of course.
That's the
That's
way
what we do, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
what we do here.
Portuguese league work. Portuguese country works. We want to support the winners. No one wants to support the little home team.
No, I support the home team first.
So we're out of the Champions League,
Yep.
and let's just say it now: every Portuguese team is out of Europe.
Yep.
We got to the
Do you want to
round of 16, but it seems like further because we did a playoff.
That was fucked, yeah.
So it just shows, I don't know, they're really putting, I guess in a way, the new format put more emphasis on where you place during the time,
Yes.
those kind of games, because you'll get a better draw and you won't have to go through the round of 16. That
And
being
probably
said,
an easier game.
but that being said, a little team can't like get lucky and be like in the second place, then get a nice draw, get one of the weaker first place teams. You know what I mean?
When you get to 16 teams or whatever, it was like there's all good teams.
That's true. Not all good, but yeah. I mean, like Lille is there. That's crazy.
Yeah, but like Lille or Lille's like your best hope.
Feyenoord.
Yeah, those guys. But yeah, in conference, Guimarães got just absolutely slapped 4-0 at home. I thought, man, they went to Betis and they managed to tie them, keep it competitive, and I thought they were gonna go back to Portugal and do something.
I did too.
I thought they could have done something, yeah.
especially
You
back
got
at
something to say?
home. No,
They packed the place, good crowd. It's a fortress there.
not so much. They got wiped.
They got
They
penetrated.
couldn't do it. Too much pressure, maybe.
They got scared. Anthony was there.
I'll tell you who did look like they got scared. I mean, Bruno Varela didn't have a nice game.
Oh, no.
Maybe he was feeling a little riled up. He couldn't make a save. He couldn't keep him in the game, as they say in hockey, to kind of make a bit of a save.
Yeah, that's classic Bruno Varela. I mean, his defense didn't help, but he could have made some big saves to keep him in.
So like deep down in his heart, is this what you guys saw when he's at Benfica? You're like, he just doesn't have it in him. Maybe he can have a decent season, but he's not gonna save you when the chips are low.
Yeah.
He's a Guimarães goalie for a reason, okay? And he's like their guy, and he's fine for Guimarães.
He's captain, but no, he might not even be fine for Guimarães. Maybe Guimarães would be like, this guy's not cutting it. We got to get some fucking Eastern European goalie out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least, like, what you do is you kind of be like...
Bring in Samuel Portugal.
Yeah, what you do is kind of be like, I know what he is, right? And then do you want to, like, roll the dice and take a chance on, like, some newer, younger kid of, like, maybe he's got it. Maybe he's got the juice.
Yeah.
So...
And then maybe he'll be a backup.
These are questions for Guimarães.
Guimarães, you gotta figure it out. But hey, man, all kudos to them. They've sold like a third of their team and lost their coach, and they've been killing it. To be frank, they've been fantastic.
They did something good for the coefficient.
Yeah,
They haven't been as good when they lost all their players. They should keep until the summer.
yeah, but hanging in there. We'll bounce back to Benfica. They go up north to take on Rio Ave on the weekend. They quickly stomp their competition down with an impressive... Is it a stonk? You guys said it's not a stonk.
Side foot can't be a stonk.
Side-footed.
It's nice placed, but very far out.
Yeah, it was good shot.
Beautiful goal.
Yeah, by Mr. Orkun Kakcu. But after going up 2 goals, they let it slip with 2 sloppy mistakes. Most notably that Fiorentino giveaway. He gave away that breakaway.
Brutal.
Embarrassing. To Clayton. Clayton gotcha. But all for nothing. Chicago would repair the damages and win the game for the Birds.
Benfica's bad at doing this, letting the team, they go up 2, they let the team back in 2-2. Florentino, big mistake. He's done this before, so it's not such a big surprise, but
Yeah, that was really embarrassing. The first goal was a free kick, which a little bit of a freaky thing. It happens, but yeah, that Florentino giveaway was crazy.
The first one I'll let slide, but that Florentino one should not happen.
I see you got ChatGPT open there. Have you ever asked ChatGPT any of the questions from the podcast?
No.
About the soccer teams? They got to know something.
Ask ChatGPT why this Zoinker burns.
ChatGPT only goes up to like a certain year. It's not up to date enough to know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unless you get like the paid version, which I don't have that.
Wait, so the free version only knows stuff that happened in like the last 10 years?
Up to like 2 years ago. Like
Really?
you ask it anything from like 2023, doesn't know.
If
Or
you
like
ask it about
2024.
Fiorentina, why he slipped that ball? it wouldn't know.
What if you ask it about the Roman Empire? It doesn't know.
No, it'll know that.
Oh.
It'll know
Wait, what?
That's old, yeah.
Roman Empire. It's like 2,000 years ago. That's history books.
But
It
I
knows
thought it
that.
only knows stuff about until like the last 2 years that happened.
No, up
No,
until.
to.
Oh.
They didn't update it.
If you ask it who won the Premier League last year, if you ask like who won the Premier League in 2022, it'll say I don't know that.
It's
gotta
gotta
update.
know that.
You got to pay for updates.
Wow.
That's what it says. You got to pay for updates. But yeah,
Clayton was a menace. He was like all over us. He even got a second yellow.
yeah,
in
you
the
got
second
feisty
half.
at the end.
Yeah, you got a little feisty, doing too much, chasing.
Yeah,
I didn't catch this game out. I was out all day yesterday. I watched the Nora. Good movie. Lots of butts out there in that movie.
man.
Butts are in the movie.
I watched that game, or I watched that movie, and I didn't have subtitles, and like more than half of it was in Russian. So
You
I
gotta
did
have-
not know what was going on.
You watched it on the
most-
box with no subtitles?
Yeah, I got too far in, and I was like, I can't stop watching now.
Oh.
Yeah, the first half is all sexy, and the second half is funny.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Yeah,
It's not the best picture of the year.
I had a nice watch though, but I can see why they chose it. I guess.
And
I
it
can't.
makes a lot more sense if you have the subtitles, okay?
Maybe.
you
I
missed
mean,
a
I
lot.
think I get the gist. I don't speak Russian, but
I thought the strip club parts were pretty authentic. That's like pretty much what goes down in those places. So that seemed real.
Which one was it most like? Paradise, House of Lancaster,
It was
Brass Rail.
pretty close to Brass. Yeah. The lighting's more like Paradise, but yeah.
Excellent observation.
back to Benfica. Yeah, I don't know.
The Pavlidis penalty kick, I love. Roofed it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't save that if you tried.
And he's rolling. Pavlidis is rolling.
So many goals. What is he at? 20 now or something?
We just had to keep pace. I mean, Sporting had a decent. They had a what you would call a very not too like not too difficult win at home for Famalicão. We were away at Rio Ave. That could have been tricky, and it was tricky. It ended up being 2-2, very close, and then it was 3-2. So we came away with the 3 points, and that's the most important. Patrick, you watched the game more closely. How was Ronaldo Sanchez when he came on?
Not that great.
Yeah, still same old.
He's whatever, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
guys
one or two good moves.
You guys pay him so much money, and that's what you get.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Guys, Clayton on Rio Ave has more goals than Pavlidis right now.
Clayton's
in,
good, yeah.
In the league. Pavlidis has been terror in Europe.
Pavlidis just started scoring a couple weeks ago. Okay,
Yeah.
It was more than that, but yeah. And the guy who's been a little quiet, saved our asses, Akhtar Koglu.
Yeah,
You got to go by how many games they've played, though, right?
That's the newest kind of. That's what we need back. We need back a little Artur Koglu. Hopefully, Di Maria can come back at some point for this run in, because I think he's a difference maker. Especially maybe he'll be rested a little bit. He hasn't been playing games, but he's obviously been training and trying to get back to full health. So I think he's gonna be a big part of it. And with Di Maria and then Pavlidis scoring, hopefully we can keep pace, and that's what we need.
And it looks like Bruma's playing a lot, like starting a lot of games. I think he's taken like Shelderup's spot. Like Shelderup's like benched, not play much.
Yeah,
not even coming
he's gone
on.
now. What happened?
He was
He went
so
away.
hot for a minute.
I think he's still hot, but yeah, I think I'd even prefer him to Bruma. I don't know.
That's the question that a lot of Benfica fans are asking. Bruma or Shelderup?
The cod stink is too much on that team with Sheldrup. No,
Gods,
They stink.
the Bacalhau boys.
Yeah.
Man, I got in the elevator the other day, and the floor kind of smelled like fish. And I got in the elevator, it was this old guy, and I was like, "What is that smell?" He's like, "Smells like cod." And I was like, "Where's that coming from?" He's like, "You know what?" He's like, "It might be Atlantic." I'm from out there, you know. It could be Pacific, but I think it's Atlantic. I was like, what the fuck are you talking
He
about?
knew which side of the world the cod was from.
No, he's senile.
No, it says it's coming from him.
Maybe.
He has a stink he can't get rid of.
See, but the stink, I'm on like the 16th floor, and then he came on the 7th floor, and it also stunk. So I was like, "Where's this fish coming? It's taking over the building."
Dude, if you live in an apartment building, you can't fry fish in an apartment building. That's
It's
mean.
not even fried. It was like raw.
raw.
Yeah, like soaking the salt out.
It's like that part at the end of The Irishman. It's like, you got a fish back here? Wait, what kind of fish was it? You telling me there was a fish in the back seat. You don't know what kind of fish it was.
Yeah.
Tell me there's fish in the elevator?
Yeah, fishy elevator. But yeah, I was looking at the table when Benfica was tied. And I was like, man, like game in hand, yes, but it was like a good chunk of points. And I was like, Sporting's running away with it this year.
No, they're not.
In reality, you guys are tied.
Reality.
There's a game in hand, and we have 8 goals to make up. So if we can beat like fucking one of these teams at the bottom,
It's not goal difference. It's head to head.
and head to head and goal difference. Well, let's get all the things on our side. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them all together.
Just in case we.
Just in case.
Just in
In
case.
case we tie.
Yeah, crazy. All right, moving on. Porto. They switch back to 4 in the back system. Martin says, this 3 in the back is not working. I'm going to put 4 defenders out there. Pays off. We win 2-0. Golden boy Rodrigo Mora back on the team. Opens the scoring. Beautiful to see him out there.
That's what we said. You got to adapt with the players you have. It's more those players like 4 at the back more.
I think what he's doing is just kind of sneakily playing Eustáquio and making Eustáquio come back and be the defender.
Like a DM, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a
far back.
Sweeper kind of style.
Yeah. So that's the play. It's like 4 in the back, but then Eustáquio just drops and plays as like a center back.
So basically 5 at the back, but a real 5 at the back.
yeah, proper.
The old defense wins championships. That's what they say, right?
He spent his whole game back there.
But I think he's also kind of appeasing the fans. He's like, I need
You need fucking results to keep him on your side.
I need results, or else they're gonna sack me before the year's even done.
Yeah.
The Porto is not like. I feel like we made this comparison before, but Porto, these fans do not have patience. So like, if we
They
get
will
4th place,
slit your throat in your sleep.
if you get 4th place, you're out.
Vandalize your house. But yeah, Mora back in the squad was a huge benefit. He was on fire. He pretty much set up the second goal also. He put a beautiful ball into the wing to Francisco Mora, and then he bopped that in, and Fabio Vieira one-timed it. Fabio Vieira on fire.
That was a nice volley by Fabio Vieira. The Mora kind of connection.
Mora.
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 That's Amore. But yeah, amazing. And I don't know, maybe it's just we were missing this guy in the squad. But things are clicking and beat Avj. Avj did get a red card.
Oh,
Mr. Ignacio Rodriguez gets a yellow on both sides of the 45th. One in the first half, one in the second half. It's like, how do you start the second half and just get a yellow instantly?
I don't remember seeing the first yellow, but the second one was definitely warranted.
It was atrocious.
Yeah.
Reckless. Rocks for brains.
Rocks for brains. And then you got a little a tweet here from our boy Nino Torres.
He's checking the stats.
These are just facts, he's saying.
These are facts.
These are facts, no opinions, nor reactions, period.
He's
Facts.
laying out the facts for you. What are the facts?
That he says, I checked the stats. Red cards to opponents when they played Porto, 12. Red cards when they played Benfica, 2. Red cards when they played Sporting, 1. So you guys get about 6 times the amount of red cards.
Yeah.
He's just.
It happens a lot. We talked about it last season, too. It was happening a lot.
We talk about it every year.
The
'cause
internet,
it happens every
the internet
year.
in general is catching on to this.
Well, how can you not?
It's crazy.
He's just saying what we're all thinking, you know, and what we're all seeing with our own eyes.
It's
But
facts.
Teams are very mean to Porto. They want to hurt us. Why are they so mean?
that's a great way of looking at it, I think, because
It's also the way Porto plays. Like, it's a dogfight out there.
yeah, and they back in
Frustrating.
the Sergio Conceição days, we said like, well, they're built for this. They go in there, they're talking, they don't shut up. They're like barking at you all game. They're like, you're fucking trash. Fuck you. That's gonna make you want to slide tackle them for sure.
That's true.
And then they do. Right?
Yeah.
They're almost like antagonistic as soon as they walk out on the pitch. They're not playing regular football. They're playing fuck you ball.
You guys are like the Boston Bruins of the Portuguese league.
Yeah, but I feel like we don't got as much muscle these days, especially with Pep gone.
No, but you guys stir the pot.
Yeah, we're pot stirrers for sure.
I will say though, like you look at those fouls and it's like, I mean, yeah, those are 2 yellows.
Yeah.
You know, people are playing stupid.
we make them play stupid.
Yeah, you make them play stupid if you pay them enough money.
Hey,
Ooh. Just an observation.
I feel like more teams hate Benfica than Porto because like so many teams are in the north. They like play Porto like, we don't care if we lose. But they play Benfica like, I hate these guys. I want to beat them.
and they play it. Porto, they just want to hurt us.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Fabio Vieira, 5 goals and or assists in 5 games. He's back on track. Justin, you were saying Arsenal need him.
Yeah, go back to Arsenal, bro. You're not even. You don't even. Portugal doesn't even pay you anymore. Arsenal does. Go back to Arsenal. Leave this team. Come on, man.
Nah, it's fine. It finally got there. He finally got into form. Beautiful to see. All right, moving on. Guimarães on the weekend. Tomas Handel and Arcanjo. They got on the board for Guimarães. They take down Estrela Amadora 2-0. It was a good game, actually. I watched a big chunk of this. It was nice. Nelson Oliveira with a very nice setup to Arcanjo for the second goal. But yeah, big win there, especially after bouncing off the Conference League loss. Santa Clara back to business in their 1-0 wins. Newest victim was Gil Vicente. João Costa scores the winner in the 26th, and they lock it down.
Nice.
So we're going to keep that 1-0, baby.
That brings them up to 5th place.
Yeah.
Santa Clara, okay.
And then Bragi with a cheeky 1-0 win over Farense. Ricardo Horta sets up Gabri Martinez for the only goal of the match. Haven't heard of this guy.
Yeah. He looks evil. I don't know.
I thought he was Eluzani. They kind of look the same, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know who this guy is, where he came from.
He's an
Spanish.
evil moosher.
Patrick watched a bit of this game.
Ain't that right, Patrick?
Yep. I thought the Braga had a handball in Ferentz's box or Braga's box, and it should have been a penalty.
They didn't call it.
Gotta look the other way, eh?
France is looking spicy.
Ooh, plenty of offensive chances for Ferenc.
And there's
Let
the
it
goal by
slip.
Braga. Yeah, it just falls right to him in around the 70th minute. So they had 20 minutes to try and make an attack. I think I watched those last 20 minutes with Patrick as well. Just couldn't get it going. Couldn't get one past the keeper.
Well,
as
kudos
they
to
say.
the keeper. And this Gabby Martinez celebration, he did like a non-spinning Sue. They look like.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Mbappe celebration.
Oh, yeah, hands
Put
under
that-
your armpits.
Hands in the pits.
The Molly Shannon.
Yeah.
And then you do the Pavlidis and you smell them.
Ooh,
Why does
Someone should do
Pavlidis?
that.
Why does Pavlidis smell his fingers?
Does he smell his fingers?
He does
Superstar.
Like, he does like guns.
He loved it.
He does like guns, but he's always like right up to his nose. It's so creepy.
He does also does like a sign of the cross thing. I think the guns, he's blowing the guns.
Yeah.
Kind of
He
thing.
Sniffs the...
snorts the gunpowder.
Yeah.
Wow, that's hard.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Reminder, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe wherever you get your pods. We're back on YouTube. Check us out there. Take some time to leave a rating and review wherever you listen to the show. Join us on Patreon. Some more exclusive content there, and a nice way to say thank you for us doing this show.
And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, move on to England and abroad. The Red Devils, they get through Europe thanks to Portuguese strike force Bruno bags a hat trick, and Dalot hits the final goal against Sociedad. They win 4-1. Bruno 2 penalties. Then he bashed one in, and Dalot as well. End of the game, but hey, love to see it.
Yeah. Bruno's super hot right now. I think there's no way.
Super
That's why
hot.
I'm saying I don't think there's any way Martinez doesn't play him. He's kind of the on-form man.
Yeah.
And he has been showing up for Portugal lately, so I guess play him.
When he shows up for Portugal, they're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the way it's looking, we're gonna do well this weekend. Just saying, just an observation.
I think so.
I was a Bruno hater for a while, probably because he was Sportingista guy. I used to think, hey, this guy's always giving the ball away, but he's kind of changed as a footballer too. I think he kind of takes more calculated risks and passes, or they're just getting more successful. But then it's a good win for them. It keeps them going in the same way that for Benfica, honestly, to get out of the Champions League, maybe it's better for their like title challenge. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like
Focus on one thing.
focus on
Doing one thing really well.
Yeah, less games. You don't have to think about, okay, now we got to go face Arsenal or PSV or who would it have been if we beat Barcelona in our wildest dreams?
Do we know yet?
Dortmund? I don't know.
Yeah.
Dortmund or something.
But now Manchester's thinking like, oh, I don't got to worry about playing Everton. We got to play. I don't know who they're playing after Sociedad. Maybe there still has to be a draw, but
Yeah, in the same way, I think it's the best thing for them to
Yeah.
keep going in this competition because they got hope somewhere else. They're in the no man's land. They're not getting relegated and they're not going to be
'Cause
in
then
the top anything. So they're in no man's land. So it's just something to keep them going, keep them motivated, right?
the ultimate, not even gamble, but the ultimate goal right now is like if you win the Europa League, you qualify for Champions League.
Yeah, and that's
So,
a
like,
lot of money.
You can finish a fucking 16th place and make Champions League, and
Yeah.
that this season doesn't look as bad.
I certainly don't think they have the team to do it. A lot of things would have to go right for them to do that. Like they don't have a striker who can score, but if somehow they can pull it off, that's going to be good.
And who's left in this Europa League?
Well, they got Leon next.
Lyon, and then they have to play the winner of Rangers. It's Bilbao, which, if it is Bilbao, realistically, not an easy game, but doable. Then the other side, Tottenham's not going to win. Frankfurt hasn't been as hot as they have been in the past. Lazio and Bodo Glimt. It could be a Bodo Glimt United final.
Wow.
I'm calling it now, guys. United, Bodo Glimt, final Europa League.
Yeah, Manchester's looking at this and they're saying we can go on and win it. Why not?
Yeah, hell yeah. And then that's a positive season for Ruben.
I think that Leon game will be a tough test. I think that's going to be. I think that's a big watch.
Yeah.
For the neutral, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see, right?
Yeah.
If they even make it to the final.
I mean, we're all kind of rooting for Emery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They beat Leicester on the weekend. An easy 3-0 game. Dallo sets up Bruno for the perfect finish at the top of the box, and he put that one guy in the dirt, Dallo. He ran right by him and left him shitting his pants there.
He did deke the hell out of him, and Bruno was able to find the net. And also, at the end of this game, a lot of people, after the 2 games, people being like, Bruno finally getting his flowers. Probably the best thing that happened to Bruno was Roy Keane really, like, going after him and fucking shitting on
He
him.
took it to heart.
You think he watched that and he is playing different after that?
No, you didn't let me finish my thought, but that's okay. I'm happy for the interjection because it's very interesting.
Go
What
ahead.
is-
Hey, we're all gonna shut up for the rest of the podcast. You go ahead.
No, that's not what I meant.
Please take the lead.
I meant I was still had something to say, and that would be that I think the fans all heard that. And
You think
all
the fans said something and he doesn't like
the
that?
commentary around the game, the way he has played hasn't changed, but the commentary around him kind of came to his defense and been like, no. If you actually watch Man United all these years, Bruno's actually been carrying us because I think Roy Keane went in on him. Was like, he's not the leader. He's not what Manchester United needs. We need a better captain. He needs to be, I don't know, better than he is. And people are like, how could he be better than he is? He's fucking
doing all the work.
He's fucking carrying us. We have nobody.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a striker. He's got no wingers. But we're still like somehow winning games, and he's the only class player.
But they're not willing to say that when they're losing.
Who
The pundits.
No, the pundits just react every week and just look at they're like, well, who should I blame this week? I'll blame the captain. Or Roy Keane has a problem with Bruno. I don't know why, but
You could say it's because he's Portuguese.
but Roy Keane is.
So you wanted him to press more or something.
Yeah, it's all about pressing for these guys. I don't know. I think the best thing that happened to him was that, and then everyone coming to his defense and being like, no. Bruno's great. Bruno's been great.
Yeah.
Imagine what they would be without him.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice week for Bruno and the Portuguese at United.
Dallo, we were giving him shit last week. It looks like he played all right.
Dude, these guys listen and they step up.
Dallas got some spots in his game. Do you think you're starting him over all these guys that we have in the national team?
For right back, I don't even know who's Like, is it just Cancelo?
Yeah, Cancelo's dropped off the face of the world, right?
Yeah,
Well, we
he's
don't
gone.
watch Saudi League enough.
We gotta be.
I don't. Well, if he's
Hopefully, Roberto Martinez doesn't either, because I don't want to see Ruben Neves out there.
No.
he'll-
Fuck him.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like Cancelo. I don't know, unless he's assisting all of Marcos Leonardo's goals.
What about Nelson Semedo?
Yeah, he's in the mix.
Wolves have been. I think they won this weekend.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see.
I'm not a Dalot fan.
No,
I feel like he's been shit, and then it's just one of those things where it's like the week before Portuguese national team games, he stepped up, and I was like, not that I don't want to see him play well, but I'm like, I didn't think he was going to be the first shout for a right wing.
Well, we'll see this weekend.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to like the lost art of like crossing a ball consistently? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When did that go away? I feel like
Beckham.
that's
when
so.
Beckham retired.
I feel like that's so lost. Just like, why can't Dallo put in a consistent cross almost every time, or at least 80% of the time? I feel like is reasonable to say 8 out of 10 good crosses.
I might sound extremely biased here, but the best crosser of the ball is Trent Alexander-Arnold. That guy is like the most consistent crosser I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
I think Semedo's are pretty good.
Yeah, but it's like he's losing pace. He's captain material. I like him. He's a sturdy guy, but it's tough.
He's captain material.
Captain of Wolves.
Not for Portugal, but for Wolves.
Oh, I see.
Honestly, I think you'd be flying at Benfica. I feel like you guys could use him.
Apparently he's coming back.
Any team in Portugal.
Yeah, he's out of contract at the end of this year. People are saying maybe Benfica. I think the call is we always gonna bring back one classic guy. That's what we've been doing lately. It's been this year's Ronaldo Sanchez. I think maybe next year could be João Felix. We'll see if he can get a team, but
You can't afford Felix.
half and half maybe.
Huh?
Half for Chelsea, half for us.
Oh.
He's got to take a cut. No one wants him.
Yeah.
Pay cut.
Liverpool slink out of the EFL Cup final and lose to Newcastle. The quad quickly becomes just a potential solo run for the league, which is still a great feat, but
The way it was shaped up, it was
a week ago was a quad.
atrocious.
Today it's the Prem.
Yeah, which is still big. It's important.
Huge. If there's any of those trophies you'd take, I'm pretty sure that's the one.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
Why? What happened in Champions?
Champions,
PSG.
PSG took them all the way to the final, to the end. You saw, you sneaky son of a bitch. Yeah, that was a hard one to watch. No firepower. I am quickly losing a lot of hope in Jota. The guy is falling off the face of the earth.
Yes.
Is he gaming too much?
I think he might be gaming way too hard.
And you're his number one fan.
I know.
You're his number one customer.
It's hard. You're my number one customer.
Yeah, in that game, Vitinha and Gonzalo both scored their penalty shots. Darwin botches his chance.
I will say in that game, we had enough chances to win. Like in the the Champions League
Regular
game,
time.
I think we hit the post like 4 times.
Eesh.
It was rough. It was rough to watch.
The revenge.
Yeah, just the way the cookie crumbled that day.
Allison
I guess.
did it in the first half, and then the second half is all posts.
Yeah,
Donnarumma, boy's on fire.
yeah. He's got a thing with PKs, right?
Yeah.
Donnarumma, good penalty kick goalie.
It's kind of interesting because in the first game, I believe it was like Allison who had the outstanding match, and then the second one, just Donnarumma came up and said, "Hey, I can do this too," and he saved them in the penalty shootout.
Yeah, good watch if you're a aspiring goaltender for sure.
2 great goalies, yeah. So what happened in this EFL game? I didn't see any of it.
This one was rough. Well, we got a couple injured players. Like Kanate took a knock. I think he played in the final, but I don't think he was fully healthy. Trent got injured in the PSG Champions League game, so he didn't play. And then they're playing Newcastle at home. It was like that stadium was like.
Was it at home? I feel like it's usually at Wembley. Those finals are usually neutral.
No, it must be Wembley.
Let's check. I don't know for sure, but it felt like it was played at Newcastle. If it was at Wembley, then shout out to the Newcastle fans for coming out and supporting, because it seemed almost one-sided the way the fans were.
Yeah, finals are usually at Wembley.
It just sounded like there was an overwhelming amount of Newcastle fans.
Yeah, well, Newcastle hadn't won. They're like the Leafs. They haven't won a trophy since like the '60s.
Yeah.
So this was huge for them. They went off. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I don't really care for Newcastle here or there, but
They have been playing well.
it's nice to see them accomplish something,
Yeah.
especially a team that hasn't won in a long time.
Yeah, all it took was a bunch of Saudi money, and you can do anything.
You can buy your dreams and make them a reality if you got
That's
enough
true.
money. That's the truth. You know who doesn't have all that money is Forest, and they still keep rising in the ranks. Jota Silva scores for Forest, give them some relief in a 4-2 win over Ipswich.
They got some kind of monetary backing. Come
They got
on.
something,
They got
but-
something.
They're not Saudi level. And then speaking of Saudis, man, shitty. They tie Brighton 2-2. They fall behind Chelsea in the 5th.
Wow.
Forest is laughing in 3rd place.
Wow.
Good for them.
Nuno, Espírito Santo.
I think, yeah, good for Nuno. Good for this team. Jota Silva, nice to see him finally do something.
Little teacup.
I thought there would be more Jota this year. Jota Silva.
Yeah. I mean, he's been there.
It's being used sparingly. He just made a jump from Guimarães to the Premier League. It's a pretty big jump.
Yeah, maybe it'll take a year for him to integrate, learn the food,
Well,
He's got a couple goals. He's got
find the lunch table.
3-4 goals.
I think he's got a lot of starts too, or like he gets subbed in a lot if he doesn't start. So
Nuno trusts him. It's
Yeah.
nice.
So what do you think about Jota national team? You start him over Cristiano?
Jota, what? Diogo Jota?
Yeah, Diogo.
No, I don't know. This is a tough one.
Are we at the point where Jota Silva should get called up instead of Diogo?
Different
Probably.
position.
Not the same thing entirely. I don't know. I mean, been watching a lot of PSG. I don't know. I hate to say this. I'm the last person that would ever say this, but I think you might have to start Ronaldo.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Gonzalo Ramos.
Maybe
I've been
Gon-
watching a lot of PSG.
Well, yeah, maybe Gonzalo Ramos,
has
but
to
I
go to
don't.
the gym.
I don't think he's been playing that well either.
No, he's
the
very
rest,
sickly.
The rest
before.
of the PSG boys have been slanging, but I don't think he's a big part of the striking force.
No, it's Ousmane Dembele up there. Wolves, they beat Southampton 2-1. Norwegian striker Strand Larsen with the brace to win the game.
Oh, Strand.
Yes, they're looking good. Vitor Pereira getting them on track.
I have one note about the Man City game. Do you know that Bernardo Silva got subbed on in the second half, and then like 20 minutes later got subbed back out?
Why was that?
he got a knock.
Did he get a knock, or was it performance?
I heard he got a knock.
Heard he got a knock. Okay,
Oh, so maybe he's not fit to play this weekend.
we'll see what happens with Bernardo
Maybe.
Silva. I'm keeping my tabs on Bernardo Silva this
don't-
weekend. See how he integrates in the
That's
Portuguese
the guy
squad.
that should come back this year.
to Benfica.
Yeah.
It's imminent.
It might happen. It might happen.
Fall from grace.
I take him over Kokshu any day.
He might be thinking like the 2 last years of his career, which could still be like when he's 34, 35.
Yeah. Well, he's got all that City money for so many seasons. Like, you can retire anytime you want at this point.
Yeah, so maybe he doesn't have to take the trip to Saudi.
Who wants to go to Saudi, man? Come on.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like a guy who would like that lifestyle. He said he's like a Portuguese. He's a Lisbon boy.
Yeah.
You know, he likes to hang out, drink
Fuck
a little
around.
bit, probably, not just go to his back to his weird mansion in the desert and lie like what I imagine Cristiano Ronaldo does: lie down until he has to go to the gym, then wake up, then go to the gym, then
like
go
a-
plays football
In like a cryogenic chamber.
Yeah. Freeze yourself. Wake up.
a football robot, if you will.
Yeah, you're right.
I watched this documentary one time, and it's this guy who's trying to live the
Oh, I saw
longest.
that.
He wants to be the person that lived the longest, and he's taking all these takes like 100
Takes like a
vitamins
million
a day.
supplements and just works out every day.
And he gets his son's blood.
Yeah.
transfusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the blood boy.
Well, who
Brian
knows?
Johnson, I think.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, not the guy, not the singer of AC/DC. Another Brian Johnson.
Who
That guy
might
did not live long.
Brian Johnson might outlive the AC/DC Johnson might outlive this computer guy.
You think so? If he makes one weird move, you never know, right?
I just feel like you're pumping your body with that full of stuff. I hope it kills you. I mean, that's nuts.
Well, who knows? You know, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's got a younger son too, and when he gets the right age, they might be doing some plasma swaps too.
They probably
right?
are.
Yeah,
The
I
blood boy
are.
stuff. Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised.
There's some Portuguese guys that smoke and drink every day, and they live till like 90.
Yeah,
So anything could work.
that's
You
what
never
Justin's
know.
going for.
Yeah. Well, I hope not 90. Remember, there's only 15 years left of fresh water, so get it in you now.
Get it in you, the water?
The water, yeah.
Everything.
All
Oh,
right.
it all goes away.
What about Zoinkers? Only 15 years of Zoinkers?
Yeah.
Everything.
Shit.
London Derby, Arsenal beats high-spending Chelsea 1-0. I don't know. Not super interested in these games these days. Threw it on, but I don't know. You got anything?
You watched?
A little bit of it.
I didn't watch. I was too hungover.
I think I started making breakfast. I was like, I'll leave this on.
I heard Marino scored.
Marino did score.
He's our new striker because all our strikers are injured.
I didn't even know who this guy was.
No?
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino, yeah, he's a
Fucking hell.
midfielder turned into striker.
Arteta, the Spanish boy. All right. On the weekend, Nuno Mendes scores what would ultimately be the winning goal in Le Classique. The Parisians win 3-1 to put them 19 points ahead of second place Marseille.
Shit.
His first goal of the season, apparently. In the league. I
Well,
think he scored in Champions League or something.
His the last couple performances he's done, he's deserved a goal.
Yeah, we took some flack this week that we did not include him in João Wonder last week.
Oh yeah.
Someone said you guys are crazy.
Well, we left it up to the fans. Why didn't the fans vote for him?
They did. They said I didn't put him in the
In the running.
yeah.
He was a right-in.
And someone said, "Why you guys disrespecting Nuno Mendes?"
He didn't cover. He's the guy who let the Liverpool score the goal.
Yeah, but he covered Salah all game. Salah didn't do shit.
And then he didn't cover, what's that guy's name? Curtis Jones.
No, Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott is also Curtis Jones. Those are two of the same guys.
Yep. Same age, same academy players. Yep.
So he didn't cover him. He gave up the one goal? He almost got them eliminated. Come on.
He's been tight.
Yeah, so that's what we got to say for the fans. You know, if you're watching close enough, Nuno Mendes basically fucked up that game. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's why he wasn't in the running.
He marked Salah out of the game, and then as soon as the weaker guy came on, he said, I don't need to cover this guy. Fucking blew right past him.
Paul is not going to be very happy, guys.
That's okay. We're not right every week. Neither's Paul.
Paul's a sporting guy. We love you, Paul.
Hey, you know what? He marked Salah out of the other game, too. He marked him out of both games.
Yeah. Italy, I didn't have too much. AC Milan came back and won against Como. Felix kind of set up the second goal, but it was Pulisic and Reindeers.
He got the pass before the pass.
Yeah, he got the hockey assist. I mean, sort of Rodrigo Mora got a beautiful hockey assist in the Porto game.
But absolutely, AC Milan said, we're not interested in bringing this guy back at all in any kind of capacity.
They keep saying that. Like I feel like I'm hearing it every week. They don't want him.
Fabrizio Romano really wants to make it clear. He wants to keep putting it out there, maybe so that other teams can be aware, like, hey.
Yeah, George Mendes is telling him to keep saying that.
Keep saying that. He's not staying at AC Milan. I mean, what if he gets really hot and he scores a hat-trick in every single game until the end of the year?
If he goes off, I guess they would reconsider, yeah.
I feel like they've come too far. They would have to say, no, we don't want him anymore. Or at that point, Chelsea would say, no, we're selling him to fucking Barca or Madrid.
I'm saying a thing that's not possible. He's not going to do that,
God,
of course.
It's not possible.
Did he get called up or no?
Yes, he is there.
Oh,
of course.
He's
Of
a
course he
mainstay.
Yeah,
he's got the skill, bro.
He's a George Mendes boy. Of course he's going to go. Juve lost 3-0 to Fiorentina. Fiorentina welcomes Juve with a Juve merda.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah,
As they should.
good stuff.
You're allowed to do that over there.
I guess so. There's no rules. I like that.
Literally.
I think that's Fiorentina's biggest rival. They hate Juve.
Yeah, they truly do.
Well, the fact that they got all those people together to make that big Juve Merda sign, I mean, that shows camaraderie right there, right? That's equal hate.
Planning, teamwork. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The Ronaldo ticker, 928 goals. Early goal for Chris as Al Nasser defeats Al Khalhoud 3-1. Mane and Duran also on the board that day.
I saw a thing on Twitter. Piers Morgan met him after the end of the game. Said, you got robbed. Or I don't know, maybe it was an earlier goal in the season where the offside. He said, you were robbed of a goal. Him and Cristiano seem like good friends.
Yeah, he likes to suck him off.
Imagine being good friends with Piers Morgan. Wow.
It sounds terrible.
The company you keep, for real.
It's a platform.
I guess when you're Ronaldo, you don't even know that he's a bad dude. Just this guy's nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, real, recognize real.
I like how my rich friends drive Teslas. They're like, I don't care. It doesn't fucking affect me at all. I have a car.
It's a cool car.
Yeah, it's a cool computer.
Mm-hmm. Man, good for him. He'll be starting for Portugal, I'm sure. Other news, you guys see Jessica Silva's eye is broken
Yeah, I think she can get it back, though. She lost sight in her eye.
in her right eye.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think
How?
she got a ball to the face, I think.
Damn, just like that.
So she's out for a while.
She's still with Benfica?
No, New York, I think.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, that's the big time, too.
And you can't play with an eye patch? You can't do that.
Mm,
The
then you got
peripheral.
no
Okay.
depth perception or
That's
something.
true.
Messes up your vision. So she's got to take a break from football and work on her vision.
Maybe if you're so good, you could play with one eye. Like Ronaldo could probably still play.
Well, I remember
I think you
watching
can get
that.
there.
I remember watching that. There was a thing where Ronaldo was in like some sort of training facility, and they were crossing the ball in, and they would shut the lights off,
Oh yeah,
and he would still finish the crosses. So I'm like, if he could do that without seeing anything,
I'm pretty sure you can get back into the game with one eye. It's just gonna take, like, you have to retrain your brain on how to
On the
like,
depth,
accept passes and shit.
yeah. And what's the point of doing that if you're gonna get your sight back anyways, right? Just might as well just wait it out. We're not doctors, anyways.
She might not get her sight back.
Whoa.
TFC lose to Chicago Fire at their home opener 2-1. They start the year off with a bang, as they do. You guys went to this game. How was it? First off, shout out Neil. Neil sent us some tickets to the boys.
Thank you, Neil.
You know, we love Neil.
How's the game?
Yep. I had to convince Justin to go a bit.
Why is that?
Well, you're not a big fan. I was like, oh, Neil's got these tickets. Let's go right now. We don't live that far from the stadium.
But not that close.
Yeah, and the traffic was fucked. We made it like 20 minutes into the game.
Oh, it was good. It was a great day out. The weather was beautiful. Patrick said a big difference was what they did with the time.
Yeah, like all last year, all the games were 7:30. Because Apple made it like every team plays at 7:30.
You know what? When I saw that the game was at 2:30, I was like, "Oh man, that sounds amazing." Go
Yeah.
down early game. I miss the early games.
I know the early games are a lot of fun. Yeah, and the weather's so much better in Toronto during the day.
Especially in these early spring months.
Yeah.
It made such a difference because we were just sitting there even there and we're like, okay, sitting out in the cold for 2 hours is essentially a game. It's so much more miserable. This is a beautiful sunny afternoon. We didn't even think once about the weather.
Yeah, we went to all four of us went to a home opener one year in March, and there was snow in the stadium,
Oh, yeah.
and like we were freezing. We had our coats on and everything.
I was pelted with a snowball in the head.
Yeah.
A guy from a rows back pelted us with a snowball, and we didn't do shit. We bitched out.
What were we supposed to do? Start a snowball fight?
Yep.
In retrospect,
How was the big giant bird that they made out of metal?
We didn't go up to see it, but I
you
could
didn't
see it
pay
from
your
afar.
respects.
Yeah. So that's all they did this season. They added a big bird
I
in the
thought-
south end.
You guys got Big Bird now?
a
got
guy in the
Big
a guy on the radio said that they were adding 17,000 new seats for the
World Cup.
For the World Cup,
Yeah.
but I didn't see any of them.
Did you see the construction? They were starting it.
Oh,
It
So it's
hasn't
not
been,
this year.
It hasn't been added yet.
So is the giant bird. His name is Bitchy. Don't ask why. I thought it was a joke or a spelling mistake, but his name is Bitchy.
Bitchy the hawk. There used to be an actual hawk in the stadium called Bitchy, and it would scare away all the seagulls because it's close to Lakeshore.
But yeah, anyways, they got a bunch of money for a big metal hawk. The MLSE fired like 100 employees last week.
to make way for the Hawks?
It's something. I mean, it's not just TFC. It's Leafs as well. Pretty much everyone all around. But yeah, that's where they're putting their money into.
We're in a recession, folks.
Big metal birds.
Yeah, the game itself, TFC is a very crap team. They're not good at all. You can see it up close and personal, like we did.
Oh yeah, beautifully.
Plenty of giveaways that only amateurs would do. Defending was bad.
Yeah, and
The
like,
way
Going forward, is bad. It's all on Bernadeschi to like go past a bunch of guys, and then he couldn't get really a shot off or anything.
The way
I
they
don't
get-
think he like trusts other players too to even pass.
Yeah, the way the guys accept the ball is just kind of like
Their touch
it
isn't
looks,
great.
It looks very like men's league.
Yeah, some guy gets the ball, he just boots it up. And I'm like, who boots it? Like, come on. He wasn't even looking for a pass.
but also like, man, we lost to Cincinnati last week. We lost to Chicago. Chicago's been shit for like 10 years. Like,
No. Yeah, Chicago isn't good. We're worse.
yeah, it's embarrassing.
What everyone wants to talk about though is this Insigne deal.
That I saw a big thing. For, like, do you think he's going, or is he? We're stuck with him. We're just gonna pay him.
We're stuck paying him to just train. But he's been training with the team, so people are like, oh, maybe he'll play in the home opener or something. Like, no, he's at home, I think. He's not even in the
Did
stadium.
you see him on the sidelines, on the bench, anything?
I heard in talking
He was
to
at
the
the
stadium.
stadium?
He was at the stadium. He was in a box or something.
They don't put him on the bench. People have been saying, is TFC where could they even compete in the CPL right now? They're so bad.
They're probably above that level. They could
Yeah.
definitely be first in the CPL.
A full season against all the CPL teams, yeah, they'd probably win, but still, maybe not.
You'd like to see them relegated.
Yeah, relegate those bitches.
And then you like to see York United promoted into the MLS. That's what you like. But then you'd stop being a fan of York United because you'd be like, that's like when an indie band gets big and you're like, I don't like them anymore. They suck. Fuck them.
They got signed to a major
No,
league.
I like we're a Canadian team.
Exactly.
Canadian team in a Canadian league. I like that. All right. Stonk of the week. I don't know if you guys saw this in the USL. Phoenix Rising. And you're like, how is this going to be a stonk? Goes out all the way to about half.
Oh, that's a stonk.
Holy shit.
Guys, check out the Phoenix Rising USL goal. That's a stonk of the week.
Holy
Jeez.
shit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That looked like a good game. 4-3?
Yeah.
4-4.
Yeah, there's a couple stonks this week, but that was, I think, the craziest one.
From the inner circle? Come on.
Yeah.
He put his foot through that.
Joao Wonder.
It's got to be Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno.
And we need him to keep up that Joel Wonder performance this weekend.
Yes. Last week.
What did the fans vote for last week?
Joao
Joao
Moutinho.
Moutinho. Very nice, guys. Joao
Wow.
Moutinho. Thanks for coming through with those
Yeah.
votes, and we appreciate every single one of those.
Yeah. Joao Wonder, for those who don't know, it's our best Portuguese performance of the week. So that's what that is.
That's for all the new listeners, especially your boy with the Caldas jersey.
Go!
'Cause I know you asked him to listen to the podcast, and he is.
Well, a guy crossed my path with a Caldas jersey. What am I going to say? I can't say, you better listen to my podcast.
Yeah. Threaten him. You better.
Yeah. Or you can't come to my bar anymore. I'm just joking. You can still come.
Hey, thanks once again for listening to the pod. Hit us up on social at Portugal_Corner on X, at Portugal Corner on Insta. Join us on Patreon, talking Portugal on the Corner. Email us at portugalcorner@gmail.com. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave a rating, leave a review. Tell your friends. That's how the pod grows. Yeah.
No outro for Chris.
No outro for Chris today.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for your participation, everybody.
All right.
Thank you for your tickets, Neil.
Thank you, Bamboya.